Our planet is filled with places so strange, so beautiful, and so unbelievable that they seem to belong to another world. Some look like scenes from science fiction. Others feel like forgotten kingdoms hidden beyond the edge of ordinary maps. Across deserts, mountains, forests, and oceans, Earth has shaped landscapes that challenge imagination itself. These are not places built by fantasy artists or visual effects studios. They are real. They exist under the same sky we know, yet they feel almost impossible. In this journey, we will travel through some of the most unreal places on Earth, from glowing caves and rainbow-colored mountains to mirror-like deserts and volcanic worlds that seem born from fire. Each destination reveals something extraordinary about the creative power of nature. This is not just a tour of beautiful places. It is a journey into Earth's most unbelievable wonders, where reality often feels stranger than dreams. In Bolivia, high in the Andes, lies a place that can look less like Earth and more like the sky itself. Salar de Uyuni is the largest salt flat on the planet, stretching across a vast white landscape so wide that the horizon seems to disappear. During the dry season, it feels like an endless frozen sea of salt. But after a thin layer of rainwater covers the surface, something extraordinary happens. The ground transforms into a giant mirror, reflecting the sky with near-perfect clarity. Clouds float beneath your feet. People appear to walk through the heavens. The boundary between land and sky almost vanishes. It is one of the rarest visual experiences on Earth, created not by illusion, but by nature's perfect alignment of water, light, and space. At Salar de Uyuni, reality becomes so surreal that even the simplest movement feels like stepping through a dream. In China's Gansu province, the land rises in waves of red, orange, gold, and brown, forming one of the most visually astonishing landscapes on Earth. This is Zhangye Dangxia, a place so rich in color that it appears hand-painted. But these stripes were not created by artists. They were formed over millions of years through layers of mineral-rich sandstone, tectonic activity, and erosion. Wind and rain slowly carved the hills and ridges into flowing shapes, while time revealed the brilliant bands hidden within the rock. At sunrise and sunset, the entire landscape becomes even more dramatic, as shifting light deepens every hue and transforms the mountains into a living canvas. No two viewpoints look exactly the same. With every angle, the shapes and colors seem to change. Zhangye Dangxia is a reminder that Earth itself can create art on a scale beyond imagination, using nothing but pressure, time, and stone. Deep beneath the green hills of New Zealand lies a hidden world, illuminated by thousands of tiny living lights. In the Waitomo Caves, the darkness is pierced by glowworms that cling to the cave ceiling and shine like a galaxy of stars. Floating silently through the underground river, visitors often feel as if they have entered a night sky buried inside the earth. The effect is magical, almost impossible to believe. But these glowing points are real organisms using light to attract prey in the stillness of the cave. Around them, limestone walls shaped over countless centuries create an underground landscape of chambers, tunnels, and cathedral-like spaces. The contrast between total darkness and delicate blue light gives Waitomo an atmosphere unlike almost anywhere else on Earth. It is not loud or dramatic. Its wonder is quieter than that. Here, nature creates one of its most unreal spectacles through silence, darkness, and living light. In southwestern Turkey, a brilliant white hillside flows down the landscape like a frozen waterfall. This is Pamukkale, a place where mineral-rich thermal waters have created terraces of dazzling travertine over thousands of years. From a distance, the slope looks almost like snow or ice, but up close it reveals shallow pools of blue water resting on smooth white stone. Warm springs continue to feed the terraces, leaving behind calcium deposits that slowly build the surreal formations. The result is a landscape that feels both delicate and monumental. Walking through Pamukkale, it seems as though water has turned to stone, while somehow preserving its softness. The white surfaces shine under the sun, the pools reflect the sky, and the entire hillside appears unreal against the surrounding land. Pamukkale is one of those rare places where geology looks impossibly elegant, proving that even minerals and water can shape something dreamlike. Far out in the Arabian Sea, isolated from continents and ordinary ecosystems, lies Socotra, an island so strange it is often called the most alien-looking place on Earth. Its landscape is filled with rare plants found nowhere else, including the famous dragon's blood tree, whose umbrella-shaped crown looks more like something from another planet than a living tree. Centuries of isolation allowed life here to evolve in extraordinary directions, creating an ecosystem unlike anywhere else on Earth. Jagged mountains, white sand beaches, limestone plateaus, and surreal vegetation combine to give Socotra a nearly mythical appearance. Even the air of the island feels unusual, as if the normal rules of the natural world have shifted. To walk through Socotra is to feel that Earth still holds corners beyond familiar imagination. It is not only beautiful, it is biologically strange, visually unforgettable, and one of the clearest examples of how unreal our planet can truly be. Beneath the desert surface of Arizona lies one of the most graceful stone landscapes in the world. Antelope Canyon was carved by flash floods over many centuries, as water rushed through narrow sandstone cracks and slowly sculpted them into flowing curves. The result is a canyon that looks less like rock and more like a liquid wave frozen in time. Walls twist upward in layers of orange, red, and gold, while beams of sunlight pour through the narrow openings above, turning the canyon into a moving chamber of light. Every surface seems to glow. Every turn reveals another shape that feels impossibly smooth and almost weightless. Antelope Canyon is one of those places where geology becomes sculpture. Here, erosion does not appear destructive. It appears artistic. The canyon's beauty comes from patience, pressure, and time, transforming sandstone into a space so elegant it hardly seems natural at all. Rising abruptly above the rainforest where Venezuela, Brazil, and Guyana meet, Mount Roraima looks like a fragment of another age left behind in the clouds. Its vertical cliffs and perfectly flat summit make it one of the most extraordinary mountains on Earth. Often shrouded in mist, the plateau appears suspended between sky and forest, isolated from the world below. Scientists believe formations like this are among the oldest geological features on the planet, weathered over unimaginable stretches of time. On top, the landscape becomes even stranger, filled with black rock, shallow pools, strange plants, and constant cloud cover. It is easy to see why places like Roraima inspired stories of hidden worlds and prehistoric landscapes. This is not a mountain shaped like a peak. It is a stone island in the sky. Few places on Earth create such a powerful sense of separation, mystery, and ancient silence as Mount Roraima. On the coast of Northern Ireland, the sea meets a landscape that looks almost engineered by some ancient, impossible intelligence. The Giant's Causeway is made of around 40,000 interlocking basalt columns, most of them hexagonal in shape, forming a natural stone pathway that leads into the ocean. At first glance, it is hard to believe these perfectly geometric structures were created by volcanic activity rather than human design. But millions of years ago, cooling lava contracted and cracked in patterns that produced this extraordinary formation. The result is a place where nature appears almost mathematical. Walking across the stones feels like moving through a puzzle built on a giant scale. Waves crash beside the columns, cliffs rise behind them, and the entire coastline seems to blur the line between geology and architecture. The Giant's Causeway proves that sometimes the natural world can create patterns more precise and mysterious than anything designed by human hands. In Namibia, surrounded by towering red dunes and one of the oldest deserts on Earth, lies a place so stark and surreal, it feels almost symbolic. Dedvlei is a white clay pan scattered with the blackened skeletons of ancient camel thorn trees, some believed to be hundreds of years old. They do not decompose because the climate is so dry. Instead, they remain standing like shadows turned into wood. Around them rises a landscape of intense contrast: burnt orange dunes, bright white ground, and deep blue sky. The colors are so sharp that the scene looks unreal, as if painted in extreme tones. Yet everything here is natural, shaped by shifting sands, drought, and time. Dedvlei is a place where life once existed, then stopped, and remained preserved in silence. It is haunting, beautiful, and unforgettable. one of Earth's clearest examples of how surreal emptiness itself can become. For part of the year, a remote river in Colombia transforms into one of the most colorful waterways on Earth. Caño Cristales is often called the River of Five Colors because its waters appear red, yellow, green, blue, and black, depending on light, depth, and the aquatic plants growing beneath the surface. The most striking color comes from a rare plant that turns brilliant red under the right seasonal conditions, giving the river an almost luminous appearance. Combined with crystal clear water, smooth rock formations, and natural pools, the result is astonishing. It looks less like a river and more like a flowing ribbon of color painted across stone. What makes Caño Cristales so unreal is that its beauty is temporary and highly specific, appearing only when climate and ecology align. It is nature at its most delicate and spectacular, a reminder that some of Earth's greatest wonders exist only for those brief moments when everything happens just right. Inside Iceland's glaciers, hidden beneath layers of compressed ice, there are caves that glow with an impossible shade of blue. These ice caves form when meltwater carves tunnels through the glacier, creating smooth, frozen chambers that shift and reshape from season to season. Stepping inside one is like entering a crystal world made entirely of light, cold, and silence. The blue color comes from dense ice, absorbing all other wavelengths, leaving only the deepest tones to pass through. The effect is mesmerizing. Walls shine like maroon glass, ceilings curve overhead like frozen waves, and every surface seems lit from within. Unlike rock caves, these spaces feel alive because they are always changing, moving slowly with the glacier itself. Iceland's ice caves are beautiful not only because they are rare, but because they feel so temporary. They are frozen cathedrals, sculpted by water and time, destined to melt and be remade again. In one of the coldest and most hostile landscapes on Earth, a strange red waterfall spills from the face of a glacier in Antarctica. Known as blood falls, this phenomenon looks almost supernatural. Against the white ice, the dark crimson flow appears like something from another world. Yet its cause is entirely natural. Deep beneath the glacier lies ancient salt water rich in iron. When that water reaches the surface and comes into contact with oxygen, the iron oxidizes and turns red, creating the eerie color that made the falls famous. The sight is both scientific and unsettling, a reminder that even in the most frozen environments, hidden systems are still moving below the surface. Blood Falls feels unreal because it violates expectation. Water should not pour from a glacier in red. But Earth often creates its most unforgettable wonders precisely where the landscape seems least likely to allow them. Antarctica remains one of nature's greatest surprises. At first glance, Lençois Maranhenses in Brazil looks like a vast white desert of wind-shaped dunes. But during the rainy season, an extraordinary transformation takes place. Rainwater collects between the dunes and forms thousands of turquoise and blue lagoons, turning the desert into a landscape of water and sand, unlike anywhere else on Earth. The contrast is surreal. The dunes remain bright, clean, and almost fabric-like in their curves, while the pools shimmer under the sun as if dropped from the sky. Seen from above, the landscape appears like a living pattern, waves of white wrapped around patches of vivid blue. It feels impossible because deserts are not supposed to hold so much fresh water. Yet here, climate and geography combine in a rare balance to create one of Earth's most unusual seasonal wonders. Lençois Maranhenses is proof that even our definitions of desert can be overturned by nature's creativity. In northern Tanzania lies a lake so unusual in color and chemistry that it appears almost hostile to life itself. Lake Natron is often seen in deep reds, oranges, and pinks, especially when viewed from above. Its extreme alkalinity and high temperatures create conditions few organisms can survive. Yet it remains an important breeding ground for lesser flamingos, which gather here in remarkable numbers. The lake's strange beauty comes from salt-loving microorganisms that thrive in its harsh waters and tint the surface with surreal color. Around the edges, cracked salt crusts and mineral patterns create a landscape that feels more Martian than earthly. Lake Natron is one of those places where beauty and severity exist side by side. It is visually stunning, but also a reminder that some of Earth's most unreal environments are shaped by extremes. Here, chemistry itself becomes landscape, painting the Earth in colors that seem almost impossible. On the waters of General Carrera Lake in Patagonia, waves have spent thousands of years shaping solid marble into one of the most elegant cave systems on Earth. The marble caves of Chile are a maze of smooth arches, tunnels, and chambers where stone seems to flow like paint. Their beauty is heightened by the lake itself. Depending on the season, light, and water level, the marble reflects brilliant shades of blue, turquoise, and silver onto every curved surface. The caves appear to glow from within. What makes them feel so unreal is the softness of their form. This is stone, yet it looks almost liquid. The patterns ripple like clouds or smoke frozen into rock. Reached only by boat, the caves feel hidden and delicate, as if they belong to a secret world of light and silence. Here, water has not only shaped the landscape, it has turned it into sculpture. In Ethiopia's Danakil Depression lies a place so chemically extreme and visually bizarre that it hardly resembles Earth at all. Dalol is a hydrothermal field of neon yellows, bright greens, oranges, and acidic pools created by volcanic activity, salt deposits, and underground heat. The ground bubbles, steams, and crystallizes into surreal textures that look more like a science fiction landscape than a natural one. Temperatures here are among the hottest on the planet, and the environment is so harsh that simply standing in the area feels like entering a place fundamentally hostile to ordinary life. Yet for all its severity, Dalol is stunning. Its colors are vivid beyond expectation, its mineral patterns endlessly strange, and its terrain almost impossible to predict. This is one of the clearest examples of Earth behaving like another planet. At Dalol, chemistry, heat, and geology combine to create one of the most unbelievable scenes on the planet. Beneath the hills near Guilin in China lies a cave that feels more like a hidden palace than a natural chamber. Reed Flute. Cave is filled with limestone formations built slowly over geological ages. Stalactites hanging like chandeliers, stone curtains draped from ceilings, and pillars rising from the ground like frozen fountains. The shapes are so elaborate that many seem sculpted rather than formed by water and mineral deposits. Pools reflect the cave walls, adding even more depth to the illusion. As light moves across the formations, the cave reveals endless detail, arches, towers, chambers, and textures that seem designed for myth and legend. For centuries, people have visited caves like this and imagined dragons, temples, and underground kingdoms because the natural architecture feels too grand to be accidental. Reed Flute. Cave is a reminder that some of Earth's most unbelievable places are hidden beneath the surface, waiting in silence below the familiar world above. In the Karakum Desert of Turkmenistan burns a crater that has become one of the strangest sights on Earth. Known as the Door to Hell, this fiery pit glows day and night, its flames flickering from the center of a collapsed gas field. Decades ago, the ground gave way during drilling operations, and the escaping gas was ignited. The fire never stopped. What remains is a crater that looks like an open wound in the desert, a circle of living flame burning against darkness. At night, the sight becomes even more unreal. The surrounding land disappears into shadow, while the crater shines like a furnace from another world. It is both human-made and geological, accidental, yet unforgettable. The Door to Hell fascinates because it feels symbolic. Raw earth, exposed fire, endless heat. Few places on Earth create such a strong impression of standing at the edge of something elemental and untamed. After traveling through mirrored salt flats, glowing caves, painted mountains, frozen blue tunnels, red rivers, alien islands, and deserts filled with water, one truth becomes impossible to ignore. Earth is far more unreal than we often allow ourselves to believe. We live on a planet capable of creating landscapes that resemble dreams, myths, paintings, and distant worlds. And yet every one of these places is real, formed not by fantasy, but by time, pressure, chemistry, erosion, light, and life itself. That may be what makes them so powerful. They remind us that wonder still exists in the physical world. Not everything extraordinary belongs to stories. Some of it belongs to mountains, rivers, ice, stone, and sky. Our planet is not only beautiful, it is inventive, mysterious, and endlessly surprising. And perhaps the greatest wonder of all is this: the more closely we look at Earth, the more impossible it begins to seem.